Welcome to our herb identification class. Here is where we learn what God has given us in nature and the blessings that we need to impart to others after knowing all these benefits that God created in the beginning. Now, I've been teaching us that the approach of the disease is for the whole body. And so when we are using these remedies, it is to help the body to rebuild itself. But that does not mean that we run to these herbal remedies the first thing, but we need to look at it holistically, feeding yourself with the right foods that has the right proportion of carbohydrates, right proportions of proteins, vitamins, minerals, water, and fats and oils. Because the DNA needs the right proportion of these foodstuffs so that they can be strengthened. And then the herbs help to strengthen the system so it can fight for itself. So welcome today to where we're going to look at this beautiful remedy, and that is comfrey. The botanical name is Symphytum officinale. It is a cell proliferant. It means that it makes the cells to grow and proliferate. It creates more. It causes the cells to grow very fast. Now, this is the plant. Everywhere you can find it. It's a very is a herb that grows very fast and is very adversive. It has been used for centuries to knit the bones. So it is named bone knitter for its powerful effects upon rebuilding the skeletal structure. Strengthens connective tissues, used for hemorrhoids and varicose and spider veins. If you have prolapse condition of the uterus, bowels, or bladder. If you have muscular degeneration, osteoporosis, hernia, and aneurysms, the effects, the phytochemicals or the antioxidants that we find here makes it to be very powerful in strengthening every organ. It has a lot of calcium, and calcium is a lead mineral into the body tissues. So it carries with it all the minerals that the body needs, and then the body, the tissues, the muscles, the flesh is able to be strong enough to build itself and remove the toxins. It is a powerful wound healer and useful in sprains, fractures, and the like. It is a good astringent used to detoxify and clean tissues and helps move the lymphatic system. Basically, what we use is the leaves and the roots. The roots has the highest composition of allantoin, and that allantoin is a mucilaginous effect in the system. It works help with the proliferation of the cells and the growth of cells adversely. So what you need to know with someone having osteoporosis, you can crush the leaves and make something called the plaster. If you want to make a plaster out of this herb for someone who has a fracture in the bones or an inflammation within the system, you will use 4 parts of the comfrey root or leaf powder, and then you add a half a glass of flaxseed powder, and then add 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper. The cayenne pepper will help with this, with the circulation of blood. The flaxseed helps with the binding effect. The comfrey helps with the proliferation and the growth of the cells and the tissues and the removal of inflammation. And then you are going to add clove oil. Clove oil is essential for removing the toxins and infection in the area that is affected. you had about 10 mils of it, and then you have to add just about half a glass of water, of hot water. This will help to activate the ingredients that you're applying into your into the onto the part on the part that is affected. You can add 1 cup of the corn flour also as a binder, and then tie all this on the fracture or place that is having osteoarthritis or gout, and then leave it there for about 3 days. In fact, it will be very intact that it cannot be affected. For preservation mechanisms, you can add vegetable glycerin, about 4 tablespoons of vegetable glycerin, and then put it there. And this plaster is good for regenerating the bones and the tissues. It helps to move the lymphatic system if we take it as tea. As a tea, you can either make a glass of the juice that is processed from the leaves and the roots, a glass of it taken twice a day, or you can make a decoction where you put it in water and then take a glass 3 times a day. It is very beneficial for respiratory issues, both for its expectorant properties and its antibacterial properties. It helps with the bronchitis, with the asthma, with chest pains, with chest congestions, and other difficulties. If you have the powder, you can mix it with the red bulb onion, equal parts, and then apply it as a poultice on your chest if you are having pneumonia or having emphysema, or having water in the lungs, or having difficulty with breathing, bronchitis. All this will help you. Comfrey is a tonic to the body, strengthening cells and tissues. It checks hemorrhages, especially in the GI tract, urinary tract, and lungs when you take it as tea. Comfrey is used to help regulate blood sugars, said to add protein through increasing the secretion of pepsin. It is a lung tonic and excellent as a poultice for any injury, promotes the formation of epithelial cells. So it's a very important herb that we can explore day by day to help us in fighting these diseases. Now, for you to make a powerful lung tonic for your lungs, this is what you will do. Take a pound, about a kilo of the pine needle leaves, and add it into 4 liters of water, and then boil it down until it reduces to 1 liter of water, and then add about 1 cup of pineapple juice and 1 glass of lemon juice, and then you add a half a glass of apples, not apple cider vinegar, but vegetable glycerin. Add 10 mils of eucalyptus oil, 10 mils of clove oil, 10 mils of peppermint oil, and then 1 cup of honey. After adding 1 cup of honey, you want to add a half a glass of the juice of turmeric, the juice of red bulb onion, the juice of half a glass of ginger, fresh ginger, and then mix them together. After mixing them together, you add a tablespoon of hot cayenne. Cayenne is very important in this process because it starts circulation. And then add about 6 parts or 6 tablespoons of comfrey root powder, or the plant, the root, the leaves and the roots mixed together, and then warm it for about 3 minutes under very low heat. After that minutes, you will pack it in a bottle, glass bottle, and then use about 2 tablespoons for someone, for an adult, of 12 years and above, you can use 2 tablespoons. For chronic lung diseases, emphysema or lung cancer, you will be using it, you'll be taking 2 tablespoons after every 2 hours. Make sure that during that time you're doing fermentation and doing steam inhalation. And if I forgot something to add into that thing is which is menthol crystals, about 1 tablespoon of menthol crystals. And then that menthol crystal will be helping in boosting oxygen circulation or increase the oxygen levels to the blood vessels. Well, that will be very important for you. And I believe you've been blessed with the class of Comfrey. Next time, we can continue more based on what God will give and